Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would ask that you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. And this evening, we actually have a special group with us from time to time. We ask different civic groups to join us. And joining us this evening is the Daisy Troop 4114, led by Heather and Jackie. The Daisies, age 5 to 8, are focusing on building a strong sense of empathy and community service. This year, they have worked together to sing Christmas carols to seniors, all the way up to selling over 300 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. So we'll have them come forward and they're going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you very much for coming this evening, ladies. All right. And we'll turn to the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, ladies. Another highlight of tonight's meeting, before we get into it, I am going to ask for a roll call from Mr. Rick, and then we're going to get into another fun agenda item. Rick, roll call.
Mike Hanson.
Present.
Thomas Wood.
Here.
Mark Mannix.
Here.
Mike LeFay.
Here.
Barb Keeper.
Here.
James Coffey.
Here.
Rick Collins.
At this time, I would invite Erin Ford for a special presentation.
Good evening. My name is Erin Pangborn, and I am the Recreation Program Coordinator for the town. First, I would like to thank all the parents and participants who took part in our program this winter. We had 10 basketball teams this season, which would not have been possible without all the dedicated parents who bring their children to the many practices and games throughout the season. Next, I would like to thank the town board for your support of the Parks and Recreation Department and our many, many programs. Now, we will recognize several participants for their outstanding commitment and sportsmanship throughout the season. We would like to acknowledge the players who have been positive role models for their fellow teammates and opponents during basketball. Our most dedicated player award goes to individuals who demonstrate these qualities as well as go beyond what we ask of them. The following players lead by example on and off the court, and that is why we feel these participants are highly deserving of the most dedicated award. We hope that this will reinforce positive behavior for all participants in the future. We are very proud that these kids are a part of our program. When I call your name, come up and get your certificate, and go ahead and look at Ricky for a second into the camera. This is being recorded for you, so you can tell your grandparents who aren't here, maybe your parents who are not here.
It's on Mondays, right?
I think it's Monday nights, right? From our Cumberland Head 5th and 6th grade boys basketball team, congratulations to Andrew Van Natten. Nice job. From our Cumberland Head 3rd and 4th grade boys basketball team, congratulations to Ryan Bell Carter. From our Cumberland Head 5th and 6th grade girls basketball team, she was unable to make it tonight, but congratulations to Sophie Miller. Or something. From our Cumberland Head 5th and 6th grade girls basketball team, congratulations to Elizabeth Chapman. 4th grade boys basketball team. Congratulations to Bryce D'Angelo. From our East Morrisonville 3rd and 4th grade girls basketball team, congratulations to Bailey Blair. From our East Morrisonville 5th and 6th grade girls basketball team, congratulations to Sydney Myers. Congratulations to the 2016 Most Dedicated Basketball recipients. Now, I would like to take a moment to recognize a coach that the Parks and Recreation Department feels has gone above and beyond for our community. Tara Chase has been coaching for the town of Plattsburgh for the past 5 years. She has 2 daughters at different age levels in our programs, which means she often has taken on 2 teams at once to ensure we had a coach for both teams. Knowing Tara and watching her play basketball, I knew she probably would accept coaching basketball if I asked her, and of course she did. And she's done an excellent job with the kids over the past few years. When we needed a coach for soccer and t-ball, Tara stepped in so we could have both of those teams. I remember her telling me that she didn't really know much about the sports, she didn't play them, but she would do the research to make it work. Not only has she done a great job of coaching the teams, but she also gets the other parents actively involved to assist at practices and games. This is so beneficial for the kids and the parents. Volunteer coaches are often difficult to find, but Tara always steps up to the challenge. Although all of the town of Plattsburgh coaches are excellent, we felt Coach Tara Chase is the most deserving of our TOP Top Coach Award. Thank you for your dedication to all town of Plattsburgh participants and to our programs. We are proud to have you as a coach and look forward to many more seasons with you. Congratulations, Sarah.
Before we move on with tonight's meeting, I do want to make one statement, and I think that you folks will join me in this. We have a remarkable, dynamic recreation team, and we are very, very fortunate to have Erin serving as our ambassador for the town of Plattsburgh. Can we give her a round of applause? On behalf of the town, congratulations to all the award recipients tonight. All day long, my smile just grew larger knowing that we were going to have this event. It's by far one of my favorite activities where we get to recognize kids and their hard work, but it also shows a sense of community and dedication with the family and friends that get them to practices, that instill a great sense of values and that sense of team. Thank you so much on behalf of the town for all that you do in continuing to make the town of Plattsburgh's recreation program really what I would argue the premier recreation program within our region. We hope to see many of you the next season, no matter what sport it is, and at the very least the weather is getting nicer, that hopefully we'll bump into some of you playing some disc golf or out there in some of our recreation parks. We won't keep you this evening. I'm sure some of you may be going home to do homework, unfortunately, or other projects and stuff. So thank you very much, and we'll give you a couple seconds to head on with you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Drive safe.
So what do you get, about 4 runs in this year? Not much. Look at this.
Guy hit me up with 2 of these 2 years before the end of the year.
Hey, there you go.
They're still pretty wide open over there.
Really?
Better than Whiteface. I've only been twice so far. I wasn't even sure I could go with the way my foot is. It's not great. It hurts. I'm gonna have to get a custom boot next year, which is gonna
Right in the flesh.
be
All right,
like that matters.
well,
Have a
let's
good
jump
night.
right back into this. Resolution, and I do apologize, I didn't call the meeting time, it was 7 o'clock, so. We'll get into our first resolution, number 1670, approve minutes of the previous meeting.
Resolved that the minutes of March 7th and March 14th, 2016 be approved and the reading of the minutes be dispensed with.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Mannix. Second,
Seconded.
Hebert. Any discussion? Discussion, seeing none. Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Martin Mannix,
Yes.
Meg LaFave,
Yes.
Barb Hebert,
Yes.
Mike Cashman.
Yes, carries. Resolution 1671, abstract.
Resolved that the abstract of audited claims number 3B-16, 360 to 469 for $263,154.54. And abstract 3B-16, 107 to 127 prepays in the amount of $396,725.56 be received as reviewed by the audit committee, and the supervisor is hereby authorized to pay said abstract.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert. Second.
Second.
Lefebvre. Any discussion? Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Martin Mannix,
Yes.
Meg LaFave,
Yes.
Barb Hebert,
Yes.
Mike Cashman.
Yes, carries. Resolution 1672, monthly department reports.
Resolved to receive and place on file the monthly department head reports for February, building and grounds, February, highway superintendent, park and rec, supervisor, financial, town clerk, codes and zoning, historian, planning, and water and wastewater.
Is there a motion? Wood. Is there a second?
Second.
Lefebvre. Any discussion? Seeing none? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Mannix,
Yes.
Meg LaFave,
Yes.
Barb Hebert,
Yes.
Mike Cashman.
Yes, carries. Resolution 1673, appointment of Bruce Barber as the automotive mechanic in the water wastewater department.
Whereas there is a vacancy for the position of automotive mechanic in the water and wastewater department that was posted. For and whereas the recommendation of the director and the committee that Bruce Barber be appointed to the vacant water and wastewater automotive mechanic position. Whereas Bruce Barber qualifications have been reviewed and approved by civil service. Therefore be resolved that the town board is hereby authorized the hiring and transfer appointment of Bruce Barber to the vacant position of automotive mechanic at a rate of pay of $23.48 per hour, effective upon release from his current position in the highway department as an automotive mechanic, following approval. And it be further resolved, the supervisor is hereby authorized to sign all necessary documents for Mr. Barber's appointment. And it be further resolved that a certified copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager, the director of water and wastewater department, and one to be forwarded to Clinton County Department of Personnel.
Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Mr. Mannix, is there a second?
Seconded.
Hebert? Any discussion?
I'd just like to point out the meeting that we had for our water and wastewater department. Bruce sought the appointment because he looks at the position as a position that provides him with a better opportunity for advancement than he saw within the highway department. And I think he's correct when you look at the two departments, and the added technology that exists within the equipment, the pumps, et cetera, within the highway department. He won't be just an auto mechanic, he'll be an equipment mechanic. I think it is going to be an opportunity for him to expand his potential going forward.
Any other discussion?
I'll just add to that, there definitely is a need in that department for routine and preventative maintenance, as well as to get a safety program up and running, which they've not had. There's also is a fire chief at the Danmore Volunteer Fire Department, and he has a lot of good relationships with local volunteer fire departments, and those are obviously a big customer of our water department. It's a good liaison there as well.
Any other comment? Seeing none, roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Mark Mannix?
Yes.
Mike LaFave?
Yes.
Barb Beaver?
Yes.
Mike Kastner?
Yes, carries. Resolution 1674, request to advertise for sealed bids, base sewer lining.
Whereas the Water and Wastewater Department Base Sewer District is in need of sewer lining material and installation of said material. Whereas plans and specifications have been prepared by LaBerge Engineering Consulting entitled Base Slip Lining Phase 4. And whereas Scott Stoddard, Water and Wastewater Director, has requested to solicit bids for material and labor to complete the lining. Now therefore be resolved that the town clerk is hereby authorized and directed to advertise for sealed bids for project entitled Base Sewer Lining Phase 4, for which bid specification and non-conclusive documents will be available from the town clerk. And the advertisement shall be placed in the Press and Publican with bids to be opened on April 28, 2016 at 3 p.m. at the Town Hall, Town of Plattsburgh, 151 Baker Road, Plattsburgh, New York, 12901. And it be further resolved that the Town Board, Town of Plattsburgh, reserves the right to reject any and all bids offered. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the Town Clerk, the Director of Water and Wastewater Department, and the Finance Manager.
Is there a motion? Mr. Wood? Is there a second?
Second.
Babe? Any discussion?
Yeah, I'm excited that we're continuing this in the phases that we have been. These are projects that need to be done for a long time, and I'm hopeful that our new capital plan will also be able to do that with other things, particularly in the water and sewer.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Thomas Wood?
Yes.
Mark Mannix?
Yes.
Mike LaFave?
Yes.
Barb Beaver?
Yes.
Mike Kastner?
Yes, carries. Resolution 1675, 2016 Phase 4 Baseline Sewer Lining Capital Project.
Whereas the 2015, the Town of Plattsburgh Water and Wastewater Department completed Phase 3 and Phase 5 of the base sewer lining project. Whereas multiple phase projects were previously identified and prioritized, addressing cost, inflow, and infiltration problems within the former U.S. Air Force Base, aged, failing water infrastructure. Whereas after consulting with the town's finance manager, the required resources have been identified to fund Phase 4 of the project, an estimated amount not to exceed $200,000. Therefore be resolved that payment be made from the 2016 base sewer budget account for $180,500 and the account of another project for $19,500, and the funds will be transferred to the capital project budget account H088120 and H088120 $4,000 for established amounts. And it be further resolved that the town board does hereby authorize the supervisor, finance manager, and water and wastewater director to initiate the process to address the Phase 4 base sewer lining capital project with the water and wastewater department. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and water and wastewater director.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Okay. Is there a second?
Seconded.
Or- The clicking's over. All right.
No, I heard that.
Don't speak to her.
Ricky, can you fiddle with your control panel?
Is
over
your microphone or that microphone
I
still
don't
on?
know, I turned
Just out of
it
curiosity.
down 2 or 3 times onto it.
Turn this down.
Stop when you got up, Ricky.
Just stay standing right there.
All right, try that.
Turn this back there.
Tom's gonna detonate something over here.
Any discussion?
Just a comment,
Yep.
Mike. I want to thank Marty, because he brought me up to speed as a new member of the town board. I need to figure out, Michael, I need to figure out what's going on, so Mr. Mannix eloquently helped me understand the inflow and infiltration issues that were certainly prominent with this project, so thank you.
We'll probably get, it'll be pointed out that, you know, this resolution should have
Gone before.
predated the other resolution,
Yeah.
but, you know, in all efforts to move things along, get done as they get done.
And Barb, here's a map too from Scott, if you wanna see where
Okay.
what projects have been done.
With that, a roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Manning,
Yes.
Mike LaFave,
Yes.
Barb Hebert,
Yes.
Mike Cashman.
Yes, carries. All right, resolution 1676, bid award for highway plow chassis.
As resolution 16-049, authorize the highway superintendent to go out to bids for a new tandem axle plow chassis, and staff have reviewed said quotes. And whereas proposal local law number 2 of 2013 would provide that the town of Plattsburgh may award a purchase contract on the basis of best value, as authorized by the amendment made to the general municipal law 103. And whereas the highway superintendent has requested the town board to accept the award bid for one new 2017 tandem axle plow chassis, as a bidder meeting the specification requirements to Charlie Boys Incorporated of Milton, Vermont. And whereas Charlie Boys Incorporated being aligned with the specs for the bids, and also being the area for issues that may arise, and now therefore be resolved, the town board approve the contract as recommendation by the supervisor, and is hereby authorized to sign any and all related documents required for said purchase, and that a copy of this resolution be forwarded and be further resolved, the payment to be made payable from the 2016 Equipment and Capital Outlay Account, DA 5130-2000 account, and that a copy of this resolution be given to the Highway Superintendent and Finance Manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Favor. Is there a second? Wood.
Okay. Is there a reason why we do not have the price of the bid in the resolution?
We just didn't put it in. He provided supporting documents otherwise.
You have the letter?
I don't know if I have it on this specifically right now.
Here you go.
Any other discussion? All right. Seeing none, I will call for a roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Mannix,
Yes.
Mike LaFave,
Yes.
Barb Hebert,
Yes.
Mike Cashman.
Yes, carries. Resolution 1677, bid award for highway plow equipment.
Whereas resolution 16-049 authorized the highway superintendent to go out to bids for new plow equipment, and the staff have reviewed said quotes. Whereas proposal of local law number 2 of 2013 would provide that the town of Plattsburgh may award purchase contracts on a basis of best value, as authorized by an amendment made to general municipal law 103. Whereas the highway superintendent has requested that the town board accept the award bid for plow equipment as the bidder meeting the specification requirements to Viking Cage Group in Harrisville, New York. And whereas Viking Cage Group being aligned with the specs of the bid and are being the area for issue that may arise out of it, therefore be resolved that the town board approve the contract as recommended by the supervisor, be hereby authorized to sign any and all related documents required for said purchase, and that a copy of this resolution be further resolved that the payment be made payable from the 2016 Equipment and Capital Outlay DA 5130-2000 account, and that a copy of this resolution be given to the highway superintendent and the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Hebert? Is there a second?
Second?
Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Martin Mannix,
Yes.
Meg LaFave,
Yes.
Barb Hebert,
Yes.
Mike Kastner.
Carries. Resolution 1678, request to attend the New York Rural Water Association's annual technical conference.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh Water and Wastewater Department is required to maintain professional training and certification. Whereas it is in the best interest of the town to remain current and informed concerning changes in the water and wastewater regulations, technology upgrades, and related system efficiencies. Therefore be resolved that Scott Stoddard and Paul Wright of the Water and Wastewater Department be allowed to attend the New York Rural Water Association Technical Training Workshop and Exhibition to be held May 16th through May 19th, 2016 in Lake Placid, New York. And it be further resolved that $474 per person for lodging and meals and $325 per person registration for training for Scott Stoddard and Paul Wright be charged to the Water and Wastewater Administrative Account number WS 1610.4410.000. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager, the water and wastewater director, and one put in the personnel file of Scott Stoddard and Paul Wright.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Okay. Second.
Second.
Mr. Mannix. Any discussion?
It was mentioned again in the Water and Wastewater Department meeting by Scott that because this meeting's going to be in Lake Placid, he may take advantage and have, based on the nature of some of the presentations that will go on, he may have some of his people attend certain sessions just for specific presentations. Have them go up, do the presentation, come back.
So you're saying separate than Paul and Scott?
Right.
though?
Just
Yep.
for
He'll
day
get
Yeah,
back
just
to
for
it.
clarification.
Just
Yep.
for a day trip and if there's certification involved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Martin Mannix,
Yes.
Meg LaFave,
Yes.
Barb Hebert,
Yes.
Mike Kastner.
Yes, carries. Resolution 1679, 3% site plan return, Deposit Route 3 Development LLC site plan, 2010.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh Planning Board has reviewed and approved all requirements for Route 3 Development Site Plan 2010. Whereas Route 3 Development LLC Site Plan 2010 has on file with the town of Plattsburgh a 3% deposit for construction of the project in the original amount of $6,448.43 plus accrued interest. And whereas the planning department has coordinated inspections of said project and reports all requirements have been met and completed. Now therefore be resolved, the supervisors hereby authorized and directed to release the deposit amount of $6,448.43 plus accrued interest to date. And it be further resolved that a certified copy of this resolution be forwarded by the planning department secretary with the return of the deposit to Route 3 Development LLC.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Mannix, is there a second?
Second.
Hebert. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Martin Mannix,
Yes.
Meg LaFave,
Yes.
Barb Hebert,
Yes.
Mike Kastner.
Resolution carries. Resolution 1680, Community Partnership MOU between the Town of Plattsburgh and the Foundation of CVPH.
Whereas the Town of Plattsburgh Park and Recreation Department and Recreation Committee have met and would like to further provide community partnership and enter into an MOU agreement with the Foundation of CVPH to strengthen existing cooperation and further develop activities focused on recreational opportunities for the residents of the Town of Plattsburgh. Now therefore be resolved that the Town Board, upon approval of the Town Attorney and Insurance Carrier, does hereby authorize the supervisor to enter into a memorandum of understanding on behalf of the Town of Plattsburgh and the CVPH Foundation for services as attached. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the Foundation for CVPH, Pool Insuring, Finance Manager, and Park and Rec Department.
Is there a motion? Dave, is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Martin Mannix,
Yes.
Mike LaFave,
Yes.
Barb Hebert,
Yes.
Mike Kastner.
Yes, carries. Resolution 1681, Annual Examination of Town Fiscal Records by Audit Committee.
Whereas the town board is responsible for the general management and control of the town finances, Town Law, Section 64-1. An important aspect of this responsibility is to provide a process to monitor and review on a routine basis the work performed by those who handle money as part of their town duties. Whereas in an effort to improve accountability and controls over finance and records, the Town of Plattsburgh Audit Committee and Finance Manager have reviewed the records of the town clerk, town justices, recreation, and town tax receiver, as per regulations. Whereas the town clerk's, town justice, recreation, and tax receiver's records have been provided to the full board for their review. Whereas the review of the town records have been prepared and hereby presented to the town board for their review and approval. Now therefore be resolved that the audit committee has prepared and submitted to the Town of Plattsburgh Auditing Committee be accepted and placed on file as per regulation, that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Mannix? Is there a second?
Second.
Hebert? Is there any discussion?
I'd just like to give particular recognition to our audit committee, Councilors LaFave and Hebert, for the work that they put into this project. When they came into the situation room, you couldn't see them behind all the boxes of bills and the like that they were auditing. It was a lot of work, and good job done.
We should transfer most of that thanks to Pat.
I was just gonna say,
For
no.
preparing most of it, and then to the departments for keeping really good records. Making our job easy.
And Patrick answered questions, obviously, I had definitely, so he was able to answer them.
Good team effort.
Any further conversation? Seeing none, roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Martin Mannix,
Yes.
Mike LaFave,
Yes.
Barb Hebert,
Yes.
Mike Kastner.
Yes, resolution carries. Resolution 1682, setting a public hearing to review proposed amendments to the town zoning ordinance. And I want to apologize in advance, Ricky. You know that we try to keep the resolutions a little bit shorter now. But this one is a long one. If you need to tap out and need some help, let us know.
Tom will read
Mr.
page
Mannix
2.
and Mr. Wood can help read.
He's gonna take over at page 2 for you.
What's that?
He said Tom will read page 2 for you.
Okay, I'll read the first page.
Okay.
Whereas the town board, Town of Plattsburgh, on April 13, 2015, did receive a petition from the landowners Robert and Pamela Robart requesting the tax map parcel 204.3-2-2 located at the intersection of New York State Route 3 and New York State Route 374 exit ramp be rezoned to R2 residential to NC neighborhood commercial. Whereas the town board therefore adopted resolution 16-043 at its regular session meeting held January 19, 2016, pursuant to zoning ordinance article 17.17.3, refer the petition to the planning board of the town of Plattsburgh for report and recommendation in accordance with said section. Whereas the town planning board at the regular monthly meeting February 16, 2016 did receive and place on file said petition and established a working group of 3 planning board members to work with the planning staff to discuss a draft report and findings further consideration of the planning board at the March 15, 2016 monthly meeting. Whereas the planning board, after review and consideration of said maps, draft report prepared by staff by resolution 16-11 did find the same to accurately reflect the opinion of the planning board and accept the recommendations as the final findings and recommendations of the planning board, and resolved to transmit the report findings and the minutes to the town board. Whereas the town board has now received the planning board minutes and resolution number 16-11 adopted at the meeting held on March 15, 2016. And whereas after review and discussion of the proposed draft amendments, the town board desires to distribute the proposed draft 2016 amendment of the town zoning map as described by the town resolution 16043 to the appropriate agencies in accordance with Article 17, Section 17.3 and 17.4 of the town zoning ordinance, Section 264 and 265 of New York State laws as follows. Clinton County Planning Board. Whereas New York State law and the town zoning ordinance requires a public hearing on proposed amendments to be held to consider the availability of amending the town of Plattsburgh zoning ordinance. And whereas Part 617 of the Environmental Conservation Law, State Environmental Quality Review Act, Section 8-0113, seeker hearing, provides that review of any action to determine the effect of said action on the environment, along with any related administrative procedures and implementation, authorization, approval of said action. And whereas Part 617.2 of the seeker identifies all action not identified as Type 1 or Type 2 action in Part 617 as unlisted type action, which requires specific acts by the town of Plattsburgh prior to the adoption or rejection of said proposal amendments. Whereas determination of the effects of said action on the environment will be necessary to determine whether the draft environmental impact section is required. Whereas the town Plattsburgh Town Board has identified an involved agency according with the seeker for the purpose of assessing the effect of the zoning ordinance amendment on the environment and whether said effects is significant enough to warrant preparation of draft environmental impact statement. And whereas the town board has made a determination that they intend to act as a lead agency and that no other agency involved under the seeker for the purpose of the amendment to the zoning ordinance and the map have been prepared and required long environmental assessment form. And whereas the town board, town of Plattsburgh, has the project sponsor required to review and use AEF to determine the significance of said proposal amendments. Now therefore be resolved that the town board hereby declares itself as the lead agency for the revision and amendments of the zoning ordinance and the map, and does hereby determine that the project is unlisted action as coordinated review under the seeker, and it will not be conducted, and there is no other agency involved. And to be further resolved that pursuant to Section 17.4 of the town zoning ordinance and Section 264 and 265 of New York State law, the town clerk shall transmit a full statement of the proposed amendment and map to the Clinton County Planning Board prior to March 27, 2016 County Planning Board meeting deadline. And it be resolved that the town board shall hold a public hearing related to the proposed amendment of the zoning ordinance at the town hall, 151 Baker Road, Plattsburgh, New York, 12901, on the 18th day of April 2016 at 7:05 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And to be further resolved that pursuant to Article 17, Section 17.4 of the town zoning ordinance, the town clerk shall cause notice of the time and place of said public hearing to be published in the Press Republican, a paper of general circulation of the town of Plattsburgh, at least once before April 7, 2016. And such notice also being posted at the town hall and be given necessary adjoining municipalities in the Clinton County Planning Board. Such other agencies and parties are required by law. And to be further resolved that said public notice and the copy of the full statement of the proposed amendment and that shall be posted on the town's website. And to be further resolved that a copy of this resolution along with the attachments be given to the town clerk, planning and zoning departments, and to the Clinton County Planning Board. Amen.
Okay.
With congratulations, I offer that motion.
Mr. Mannix, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Woods? Is there any discussion? Seeing none. Roll call.
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Mark Mannix,
Yes.
Michael Cash,
Yes.
Megan Dave.
Yes.
You've already
Yeah,
approved.
yeah, down there, yes.
I have to change that.
Carried.
Okay.
Resolution carries. Before we look for a motion to adjournment, I did want to bring to the public's attention, considering that we're on public access and we also put our meetings on YouTube and there's some individuals of the press here. I want to alert you that I have been able to work it out with NYSEG. They are continuing the Phase 2 gas expansion, and we will be doing an informational session on April 7th at 6 p.m. here at Town Hall. So please tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your friends' friends, and tell your neighbors' neighbors. This will be a good opportunity to receive some information directly from individuals from NYSEG and answer questions, everything from rebates to where they're going to continue to do the expansion and what it looks like moving hopefully even to Phase 3, etc. We're very excited to host them. We feel that Phase 1 was fairly successful, and we look forward to seeing that expansion continue. So,
Michael, what time is it at?
6 p.m. April 7th here at Town Hall. And we will be doing some other things to alert folks. And NYSEG said that they would take some responsibility for alerting individuals too, but because it's a little while up, I want to get that out to folks as much as possible. So please help us out. Without further ado, I would accept a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Okay. Is there a second?
Seconded.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes. And the meeting adjourned at 7:43.